The stories of the heroes here in Boston yesterday, the men and women who rushed into the chaos to try to help just after those harrowing explosions rocked the finish line of the Boston Marathon. And ABC's Lindsay Davis is back with us this morning with the stories of those who ran to the aid of the wounded. Lindsay?
And Josh, we've talked about what a difference it likely made that you already had first responders right on the scene of the marathon. But then there were those there who weren't trained for this, who simply adrenaline kicked in and they stepped in to do what they could to help. This was the moment when thousands of people, instead of running to the finish line, began running for their lives. And then there were those who ran straight toward the chaos.
That's what Americans do. In times of crisis, we come together and we help one another. Moments like these, terrible as they are, don't show our weakness, they show our strength.
This morning, they are being hailed as heroes. Carlos Arredondo and his wife were in the VIP section, passing out American flags for U.S. soldiers when the bomb exploded right in front of them.
My first instinct was to just run across the street and start helping out the people.
He sprang into action, stopping the bleeding of an injured bystander who lost both his legs. He never left his side, holding his hand till help arrived.
He's a little bit in shock still.
Former New England Patriot Joe Andruzzi, who was there in support of his cancer foundation, is seen here carrying an injured woman to safety. And Army veteran Bruce Mendelson was blocks away from the explosion. Still, he says he was knocked out of his seat, but then headed toward the scene.
I was with my brother who had just finished the marathon, and I yelled at him to get all the people back away from the windows. There were blood smears on the sidewalk. There were people injured with a lot of grievous lower body injuries. I tried to render what medical assistance I could. I tried to help the Boston PD, which was on the scene.
And there were stories of bravery. One witness tweeting this picture, dozens of ambulances lining the streets with the caption, "This is what a hero looks like." Another man tweeting, "My boss's brother was at the Boston Marathon and he said he carried a 5-year-old who had lost her legs 5 blocks to an ambulance." Pound hero. This morning we see that for every act of terror, heroes emerge. It all comes down to that natural instinct, that knee-jerk reaction of fight or flight. These heroes are the people who didn't flee. And even the first responders, they were expecting things like blisters, dehydration, and cramps, not lost limbs and shrapnel wounds. But these people, they rose to the occasion, and they're being celebrated today.
Like you said, it was all instinct. They went right towards the danger. Okay, Lindsay, thanks very much.